I mean, there was a reason why he was the best, but if you want to ask somebody who was way less funnier than him, I'll do my best.
I wouldn't even know where to begin to speak on behalf of Patrice, and I feel like if I did, that's the last ghost you would ever want haunting you. That would be like a Category 8 ghost.
Patrice in 2020 would think about running for president.
I think Patrice would love Trump. As a comic, you should.
And Patrice would go, it's just what white people do.
This would have been his year. There's so many people to argue with.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he would blame COVID on me. He would tell me why it's me as a white dude, and then how he would be then blamed.
He would make fun of interracial couples and how much tension they have and how it is that they have to live with each other while hating each other.
I would have loved to have heard Patrice's take on the put upon white woman.
I do know one thing, that as a white woman, I should not be discussing what a dead black man thinks of racial inequality.
Patrice would love Karens. Patrice would eat it up.
I do miss his unique perspective, right or wrong, on news of the day stuff. I wish we had that.
Like that woman in the park when the black guy was bird watching and she did the I'm gonna call the cops.
If he was around now, a lot of people wouldn't be getting away with their horse shit. He would call them out on it and not be afraid of the consequences.
And he would just sit in that uncomfortableness, smiling and laughing. You would see like the guy in the suit who's running the room getting all uncomfortable. What is he doing? What is he? And they'd start talking to me because I was his friend, like I could control him. Yeah. You're that black guy's white friend. Get up there and talk some sense into him. They would come at me with this weird vibe like that. It's just like, I'm friends with a guy. I don't have a remote control back here.
He didn't mind that not everybody was laughing and that it wasn't always leading up to necessarily a punchline. I think that he liked that it was inciting, right?
Patrice, and I know a lot of people will push back on this, but Patrice definitely during lockdown would have started a vegan baking show from his kitchen. Literally, of all the things that Patrice spoke about, coming out as vegan would have been the most controversial thing that he had ever done.
A lot of people don't know this about Patrice, but he was really good at macrame. He was big on knitting.
I could see Patrice knitting masks and making fun of all of the women at home that are knitting masks.
I don't know what, but it would have been oddly feminine. It would have been something like baking.
Maybe he might start baking. I could see Patrice in an apron.
He had a Rosie Greer aspect to him. And I'm going to say his feminine side because I know it would bug him. He would have got into something because he was too smart to just have his brain be on idle.
And it sucks that he passed away so young because you hit your 40s and like, I'm 48 and I didn't start really getting smart about how dumb I was in my 30s. So it would be so wonderful to be able to talk to him now about all the knots that we could untie and find out all those ways that we are more like our moms and our dads. And, these conversations are so hard because it's always like a what if.
And it hurts me to say all this nice shit about him, but I love him. 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 And I'm really sad that he's not around.
He was funny. He's a good guy, never paid tolls and gas, but funny and a good guy.
You thought you were whipped.
My wife just said he thought I was whipped. And for me to repeat what my wife said, he might be correct.
If people see the documentary and they think it's great, good, and if you see it, you hate it, good.
I'll never come to terms with the fact that he was taken from us this as young as he was because we needed him. And a lot of people who didn't want to hear what he had to say needed to hear what he had to say. And it's a real shame that they won't.